Hey everyone, Dodger here, Camp Director. I am excited to be sharing with you all tonight. Got some pretty exciting news. Sadly, I'm coming to you via the magic of YouTube because I can't be there in person. My wife has a conference in Kansas City this week, and so I wanted to be out there with her. And so not able to be at the meal. Hopefully you guys had a good meal. I know you did because Cindy cooked, and that's always delicious. But hopefully going to have a really great meeting tonight. And so I got some exciting things to share with you all, and some exciting news. And some of that, I'm not exactly sure where they're going to be sharing this video in the scheme of things. So if I've said something that they've already shared, that's okay. If I let the cat out of the bag for somebody else, I'm sorry. But I wanted to first actually start by thanking each one of you that are here tonight. You guys as representatives play a crucial role for the camp in connecting us with your church. And so we're going to talk about communications here in a second and how important those are. But one of the ways that we really feel blessed by you all is that you come and you hear about what's going on and you report back to our churches to share about the work that the Lord is doing here through the camp. So we are incredibly appreciative of you, and we don't take for granted the time that you are taking away from your families and joining us here tonight. I know for some of you guys, you've driven over an hour to be here. So again, we really appreciate all that you do. And so I wanted to start by saying thank you. So the big news, and hopefully they've already let the cat out of the bag about this one, is that, drum roll please, our camp debt has been completely paid off. What an incredible blessing. And every place I go and I get to share this little secret with people, I always say, you know, what's incredible about that is, like, although we did obviously receive a few larger donations, a lot of them were donations, just normal, like everyday people giving what they had to contribute toward the goal of becoming debt-free. And I mean, there are so many names, so many individuals, so many churches that participated in that program. I'm just blown away by the goodness of God's people, and just to see the way that He has worked through individuals and churches to help us accomplish what seemed like pretty much an insurmountable goal a little bit over a year ago. Of course, as you know, we started the year back in April with the No More in 24 plan with $124,000 in debt. And by the beginning of September of this year, 2025, so just a little bit over a year later, that is completely paid off. And so I think, you know, we can't give enough praise to God for that, but I can't say thank you enough to everybody who participated in that, and even you as reps for communicating that with your churches and sharing about the importance of getting that debt paid off, so that way we can focus on the future and the good things to come here at the camp. So again, thank you for that. So that being said, listen, we do have some incredible plans for the future. Now, obviously with that, we want to be really good stewards of the money that God has given us, and the money that a lot of you have entrusted with us in paying off the camp debt. So obviously we're not going to go out and jump right back into debt. That's a very poor steward of the money we've been entrusted with. So one of the things we're going to be doing is looking at the feasibility of different projects and the cost. And so here in the coming weeks and months, we're going to be reporting back to you, sharing about some of the potential projects that we could be working on here at camp, and potentially doing a capital fundraising campaign for those projects. And some of them might be relatively small. Other ones are maybe going to be further down the road, kind of more grandiose. But we want, obviously, to hear your voices, to say, hey, look, we think this is the time and this is the project, or hey, listen, we want to urge some caution right now and maybe focus on some of the smaller projects. So that's why you all are here, and so that's what we want to hear from you. But we do have some pretty incredible ideas for the future, and I know somebody here at the board meeting tonight, if they haven't already shared that, are going to be sharing some ideas about those future projects. So I don't want to rain on that person's parade if they've already done that. But at the beginning, I also shared with you the importance of the communications that we have with our churches. And again, talking about the key role that you all play as representatives of the camp in your body, wherever you worship locally. And so we need, though, your continued help with that. So we really try to do our best to communicate. In some ways are a little bit more eloquent than others, but one of the ways that we really want to focus on promoting over the next year is our website. We're doing our best to keep that up to date and timely as possible. So please encourage your people to check out our new website. And when I say new, it's just about a year old right now. But the web address is just simply ovcacamp.org. Now, if you happen to have somebody go to the old website, which is ohiovalleychristianassembly.com, it will actually forward them to the new link temporarily. After a while, that's going to expire. So if we could just kind of get people used to going to ovcacamp.org, it's really simple. It's easy to remember. Helping us communicate that to the people in your church, that's an important step, and helping them utilize all the things we have there. And so we really do have almost everything that you need for the camp season on the website. There are camp forms. You could register online, or if you like to still print off your forms and bring them with you, you could do that there as well. There's a calendar up there that we keep up to date. You'll see pictures, you'll see some video footage of the camp, a lot of great things. There's even ways you can pay your camp fees online there at the website as well. So we want to, first of all, push that within our churches. The other thing is we live in a social media generation. People are on Instagram, they're on Facebook, and so especially our students. And so we want to let people know about our social media channels here. We even have a YouTube channel. So the thing that we want to push here is letting people know that if they're on any of those social media channels, that you can find us very simply just searching for OVCA Camp, and we should be the only one that pops up. Whether that's Instagram, whether that's Facebook. And so I know in the past there's been several different OVCA Facebook groups, and so like those are still floating around out there, and I try to do my best to keep information supplied to those groups. But our new and official Facebook page is OVCA Camp. So if you could help us channel people to those socials, that would help us a lot. Tell them to follow us or friend us, so that way they can stay in contact with us as well. Students in particular, if you share this with your youth ministers, please let them know. We want the students to see, because they love logging on and seeing pictures of their friends, seeing the experiences they've had at camp this summer. And so help us with those communications. The other thing, kind of a vital piece of information I want to share with everybody is this, that throughout any given month, it's probably unusual that you don't at least receive one piece of mail from the camp. Sometimes it's as many as 2 to 3 pieces of mail. Now sometimes it's just a simple postcard, like with a save the date. Like I'm assuming hopefully most of you all saw the save the date for this meeting, which is why you're here. It came in on a postcard. But other times we'll be sending out quarterly a newsletter, so you should be getting a full 4-page newsletter every quarter. We send out giving statements also to the churches quarterly and to individuals. And then anytime there's a special event like winter retreat, things like that, you're probably going to get a flyer and even registration forms in the mail. So the thing that we've noticed is that mailing addresses and the persons that they go to change quite a bit. Please help us stay on top of that. Like if you know that the forwarding agent from your church, for whatever reason, moved away, or maybe they are no longer in that position, if you could please contact us and let us know who to send that mail to. We think communicating with our churches and being responsible to them, so that way they can hear about what's going on, they can see what's coming up. We think that's a vital function of our role here at the camp, and so we need your help with that. So if you would just, if you notice, if you get to church and there's not 2 or 3 things from us posted on your youth bulletin board or the church's website or their announcements, please communicate back with us and let us know, so that way we can find out where that information needs to go to and make sure it's getting to the right parties. So that being said, I want to do a quick recap of our summer here, and let me just say it was an amazing summer. Right from the very get-go, Senior High Week set a great tone for the week. We had a camp team from Great Lakes Christian College all the way in Lansing, Michigan, come down and help us, along with some students from Reach Out on campus at Ohio University. Did a phenomenal job along with our Dean, Evan Lynch, in leading that week of camp. We had several students make a decision to be immersed and follow Christ for the first time, which is always incredible. And then really that momentum continued the rest of the summer. It was just really, really amazing to see, whether it was Junior High Week or Junior Week or Midler Week or First Chance, like God was just on the move in the hearts and the minds of our young people. We had an incredible, incredible summer. I think at the end of the summer, we had something like 7 or 8 students baptized into Christ. And so whether that was here at the camp, at the pool, or they went home to take, have that done in their home congregation. Either way, it was a result of the experience they had here at OVCA. So we're incredibly proud to report back to you all that. We believe that as you all are investing your time and your energy and your money into camp, hearing those types of things is an encouragement to you to see that what you're accomplishing here through the camp is making a real difference and an impact in the kingdom. So again, thank you for that. So again, we had an amazing summer. A lot of that, again, I chalk up to our deans. Evan Lynch, our senior high dean. Jacob Welch helped me with junior high week. We had Kayla and Trevor Gilliland do Midler week. And of course, Jack and Mary Lou Rashat did our junior week of camp. And so not only that, we had Judy Kuhn do our first chance camp, and Maggie Hoover and Victoria Crawford did our day camp. All of these people did such a phenomenal job, and their hearts for what they're doing is just totally apparent. But one of the things I really want to encourage you all to do is to please go back to your churches and let them know that as amazing as these people are, they can't do it on their own. Our camp is growing, and that's an incredibly exciting thing to see and to be a part of. But really right now, one of our limiting factors is we need help. And so like whether you come and you serve a week here at the camp, or a day camp, or first chance camp, or even if you just come down for a day and help in the kitchen or help clean or help mow grass, we just need more volunteers. It's far more than our deans or even myself can all combined handle at once. And so just getting more people involved, I believe, also contributes to the energy and the enthusiasm. And the students love to see, especially people from their home church out here this week or their weeks of camp and like helping. And so, as we grow, we absolutely need more people to help and to assist. And so that's a good problem. Those are good growing pains, and we love to see those types of things. So we need your help. Couple last things I want to mention before I end my video is this. So we started up a new thing this year called the Camp Reconnect. And the idea was just an opportunity for our campers to get back together outside of just winter retreat and camp. It's for them, it's really hard. Sometimes you come here in the summer, you spend a week with people, growing close with them, and then at the end of the summer you have to say goodbye and you hope to see them again next summer. Well, we thought that this is an incredible opportunity for the camp to continue to serve our students and our local student ministries by organizing and planning out events where the youth ministers, even youth volunteers at the church can bring them to a youth event and it be a turnkey operation. They basically just bring them, drop them off at the front door, even hang out and participate. But everything's planned from the first minute they arrive on campus, to the meals, to the worship, to the games, to everything's done. They just show up and plug their students into what's going on. And so the first of those events we held here at the camp in September, and we had an incredible day. I think we had, for our very first one, we had 53, I think, students show up. We played paintball. I want to say a big shout out and thank you to Craig Hellinger, the Fifth Street Church of Christ Youth Group, who came and ran the paintball for us. I want to shout out to Pat Bungard and to AJ Palmer and Corey Palmer, who came down and cooked for us an amazing meal. And so it was just a fantastic day. The Oasis Church that meets here led us in worship and teaching that night. And so just a fantastic very first Camp Reconnect. So our next Camp Reconnect is actually coming up in November. It'll be November 23rd, and it's going to be at the Fifth Street Church of Christ. We're going to be doing a Friendsgiving celebration. And so just watch the mail. We'll be sending out more details on that. That'll also be online and on our socials as well. I can't go any further though and not talk about how excellent our women's retreat was here. I know there's a lot of ladies that come together not only to plan this out but to make this happen, and I really think that this year was phenomenal. I heard they had something like 73 ladies show up here, and I stopped out a few different times, mainly just to sample desserts, make sure everything was going well. But it really seemed like they had a phenomenal weekend out here at the camp. And I heard a lot of positive feedback from the ladies, and we are really blessed by a group of ladies that just does a phenomenal job at investing in our women in our local churches. So thank you all who are a part of that and invest in that. So the last thing I'm going to mention here before I jump off the screen here with you is this, that we do have our winter retreat, of course, planned for January of next year. So it'll be January 30th. That's a Friday, and it'll run through February 1st, which is a Sunday. And so we are going to be doing a big announcement video coming up here very soon with the theme. I'm really excited about the theme, but I don't want to spill the beans right now about that. But we're going to be doing a big reveal on that. Hopefully be something that'll get the students excited. One of my former interns that reach out on campus by the name of Josh Mason, he is the students minister at Brownstown Christian Church in Indiana, and he is going to be coming back to be our speaker that weekend. The Oasis worship team is going to be joining us to lead worship. We have different workshops and breakout sessions. We have lots of fun, and so again, it's going to be a wonderful experience for junior and senior high students. So we want to make sure that you go back and really share that with your students, push that with the youth ministry there, and do everything in your power possible to get students there this weekend for that weekend, because it's going to be a phenomenal time. So I think I'm probably out of time, and you're probably already asleep in your desserts anyways. So I just again want to say thank you all so much. I'm sorry I couldn't be here with you, but I know you guys are hopefully going to have a fantastic night. And I look forward to seeing you all at camp. And please let me know if there's any opportunity I can ever come to your church and share about what's going on here, and even answer questions if need be. So thank you so much. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you very soon.